Okay, let's give it a go. Hey guys, Paolo here. Well, it's been a while and I wanted to come back with some updates on what I've been doing in the background so that this channel can grow with more diverse content. And for me personally, it's been a crazy couple of months. However, during that time, I've been keeping busy with recording, trying out new stuff, new tech, and exploring new things out there that I can bring to you. Since my last post, the channel grew to an astounding 1,000 plus subscribers in less than a month of being active. So I'd like to say an overwhelming thank you to you and everyone for building this up and joining me on this journey. And during my absence, I've been in talks with a few companies that want to feature their stuff on the channel, but mostly I had to pass on it because I believe in showing stuff to you that I personally believe is high end and worth your time and your money. However, I did get a chance to review a few cool products which I'll be showing you, but today I'm going to start a mini review with a high-end accessory company you may or may not have heard of on social media, but they've been making their rounds with YouTubers for a while, and I want to give my thoughts on it and whether I shall be using it on a daily basis, professional media work, or is it just a fancy high-end cable on the surface? Let's give the Aohi Future a look. This is the Aohi Future Creative Power Cable. Pretty cool. Let's take a look. Now, the history behind this is Aohi reached out to me one day stating that this cable, despite mostly being a charging cable, will be something that I'd love. And to be honest, despite its quirks, I think it's a brilliant cable set. Let me explain. You've probably seen this floating around the internet, and I've actually been wanting to get one myself to try it out, and here it is. You know, when I first got the box, I was very impressed with the way it was presented. Normally when I design packaging, that's the first thing that everybody gets to get their hands on. And Aohi here has delivered. Here you can see me pulling out the smallest cable, which is a USB-C head, which is constructed with this beautiful aluminum ends. Very well constructed, very solid. The overall sort of braiding for each of these cables are made of Kevlar. From what they told me, so a lot of durability here, a lot of research done here. Now this piece here is interesting. I think they provided an extra piece here so that you can connect that initial small piece, that shorter cable, along with the two extension cables that they give you here. And that locking mechanism is a little finicky, and I'll show you in a bit what I mean. But this here is the Coiled, one of the two extension cables. And this is the coiled version, a very well constructed cable that, again, as I mentioned, is covered in Kevlar and has this locking mechanism here, which in this cable seems to work very well. Aohi confirmed that the locking mechanism can hold up to 5 kilograms of force. So you know that when you plug in your device, let's say you're outside and you're moving around, rest assured that the cable set will not come apart. Now, I did mention earlier that the locking mechanism is a bit finicky. You have to sort of plug in the USB-C male to female and hear that clicking sound. Only then you can sort of lock it with the mechanism. And here is the second of the two extension cable. This is more of a traditional straight cable and same construction and all, and it comes nicely with this Velcro tie that makes it easy for you to sort of pack away. However, it does tend to catch onto the braid, so that's probably something you have to watch out for. And here you can see that I am trying to play around with the locking mechanism, and although the idea is awesome, I can appreciate where they were going with this. It does take a little bit of time. Now keep in mind that the locking mechanism is optional. You don't have to keep it in there, so you can just forego the locking mechanism and just plug in the male to female USB-Cs and you're good to go. And finally, in this box here is the same as the first cable that I showed you, except it's from a USB-C to a lightning connector. So the same idea applies where you can extend your USB-C. In this case, the lightning section can be extended by connecting it to one of the two extension cables. And just like the other cables, the construction on this is top-notch. Here you can see the two cables side by side. This is pretty much the core cables that you'll need in this setup. You can choose to connect just these cables directly to your devices, or if you'd like to extend it, you have two options of the type of extension you'd like. Or if you'd like to go ultra long and you're on a production set, let's say you're doing a photo shoot or you're doing high transfers in a large area, you can connect both extension cables together and have one ultimate long extension cable with this much distance between your devices, which is pretty cool. So let's put it into practice. Let's say I want to plug in my phone, in this case an iPhone, to the lightning cable that they supplied, and I wanted to extend this, let's say across the room or across my desk. I have two options where I can choose how I want to extend the cable for my charging needs. If I needed to sort of move around a lot and I don't want the cable to drag around the floor, I can use the supplied coiled cable, which gives me that flexibility to sort of be close to the charging port, move away from it, and not sort of worry about it being dragged on the floor. So in this example, if I wanted to, in extreme circumstances, plug the main charging block across the room and I need to keep my phone plugged in, I can simply combine both extension cables together and create this ultra long, ultra covered, regardless of how far you are from the charging block. Now, Aohi was nice enough to supply the 67 watt Magcube Charger, which is really, really cool, extremely high end. The packaging as well on this is extremely well put together. I can appreciate what they've done with this, and it's something that I would actually buy. So let's give it an open and let's see what's inside. As soon as you open the package, it comes with this nice sort of paper that they've included in the packaging for that experience. It's really cool. It feels something like wax paper or something, but very nice of them to include that. It's very cool. Adds to the experience, no doubt. You can see it's a little bit translucent here to the orange. Very nice. They're really trying to put that futuristic perspective with their products. So this is the Magcube Charger that they've supplied along with this review for the future creative power cable. And this is the Magcube 67 watt power adapter. You can plug in a single USB-C and a single USB-A device, or you can charge them simultaneously even in this very small, very portable package. And I think it's really cool. I'm going to enjoy using this. Not only is it high quality, but the performance is actually very, very cool. Let's go over it right now with the packaging. Here we have some paperwork going over some different scenarios on how to use the charger. And they've also included this high quality braided cable, a little similar to the future creative cable, but this one I believe is the same colorway as the charging brick. It comes in two colors. That comes in pure black, which is what I got, and you get one that's a dual tone of yellow and black, which is probably the cooler one of the two. But in this case, I got the black charging block, so I'm assuming that I got the black cable here. But either way, very cool, very high quality. I'm glad that they've included this cable as well, and this charging cube for the review. Very nice of them. Oh, and before I forget, they've also included a rubber case that allows you to quickly store all your cables together without needing to organize them. You can just simply shove it in here, because normally out on the job, you're in a rush and you don't have time to sort of wrap your cables up nicely and put them away. You don't have that luxury. Now, also part of the package gives you some ideas of how to use this set. And here's a little pamphlet that shows you different scenarios of how you can use the cable and sort of get used to it and start to incorporate that into your everyday habit. Okay, so now I've got the Magcube plugged in and I've got the extension cables plugged into it. You can see that the core USB cord has this LED status light. Basically, these static LED lights give you an indication of what's going on. Yellow for fast charging, blue for standard charging, and green for trickle charging. So a very wide variety of scenarios, and this cable is smart enough to give us an indication of what charging speed to expect in that scenario. So now that I plugged in my AirPods Max here, you can see that it doesn't support the fast charging protocol, but you can see that it does have a blue standard charging light, which means a constant power is flowing right through. So let's say in this case, I am outdoors and I just want to plug in a portable battery and just keep it very clean, very simple. The core cable is very good for this because, as you can see, it's a direct connection from my device to my portable battery, and there's just simply no way this can get messy because the cable is just short, and I just don't need to have to worry about coiling it up. It's just clean, very easy, and that's one of the best features of this cable set. Now, to give you a glimpse of the fast charging speed, you can see here that I still got the USB-C plugged into my portable battery. And this is really cool because here's an example of a fast charging capable device, my Steam Deck. And if I just simply plug in my portable battery to the Steam Deck, you can see that it supports fast charging as indicated with the yellow light on the core cable. Very cool. I haven't really seen this very often with regular cables, but the fact that Aohi creates high-end accessories like this cable set means that a lot of attention has gone into this product, which I can really appreciate. So let's give this a speed test try. So the charging is cool and all, and I just want to do a very quick speed test where I get to plug in my portable SSD drive directly to my M2 Max MacBook Pro and using the Aohi Creative cable as the core bridge between devices. I'm curious to see how fast we can transfer 10 gigabytes, approximately 10 gigabytes from my portable hard drive to my MacBook Pro. So I have concluded that it would take approximately 4 minutes to transfer around 10 gigabytes of files, which is pretty decent considering that this is already a premium cable. I am totally fine with sacrificing a little bit of speed to ensure that these cables last long and will be reliable during my production runs. So what do you guys think? Do my points justify spending the extra cash on a premium charging cable? Did you like what my video had to offer where I explore new products from new companies? Let me know in the comments below. And if you own one of these, hit the like button and sub so you don't miss all the high-end stuff similar to this that I'll be pumping out in the future. Thank you again for joining me on this journey to explore the Aohi Future Creative Power Cable. Till next time, see ya.